Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Badgers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UCLA's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
Got his man on the outside. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, I have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
The Bruins with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
This defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1, and so I think you're so tired of hitting your jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, UCLA! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Badgers offense has the ball for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him. And if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Spike. He'll make a play on 3rd down. Not enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where your quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grab near the marker. It's Rich. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Badgers have their offense in high gear.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Line getting set on 2nd down. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll try the run. The spin, still on his feet. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
Wants to fire on second down. That's reeled in. It's White. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now from inside the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Touchdown, Badgers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
The sure hands, it's Jennings. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet.
Breaks into the open. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bruins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, put the offense in a worse situation.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quick release on the RPO. That completion. Them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Wants to throw again. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. The RPO complete to the back. And he will score! Touchdown, Bruins!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Gee. And the returner will be brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it in.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Snagged out of the air. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. They'll immediately call timeout. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Rolls it in. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, UCLA! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Back to the ground with the running back. Turning it on! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this data, too, regardless of whether they're losing or they're...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. You get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Isaac. They bring him down, but a solid pick. Put them in position to pick up a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. Something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Let's get in that end zone.
Let's go. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense makes a... Sacking him back at the 10.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play. Well,
new coming in, they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
On that RPO, QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the 1st down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
That is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, running back gets to give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Right on the money. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Plows through the defense. There he goes. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
That pass is well off target. As he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. To the air on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. UCLA will go back to work on offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Bruins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bruins! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finding an escape route. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catching a lot on that one.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Bruins are threatening on 1st and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Here we go. Wants to go up top. And that one did not work.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Jennings. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this